Okay, making a movable card that does this turning thing. I'm using black coverweight paper, and the first thing I do is define a square. It's a 5.5-inch square, and I'll make an X there so that I know exactly where the middle is. So I'm going to be poking a little hole in the middle. There's a lot of poking holes in the middle. This is just with a safety pin. It's a 1.25 inch. That's a, I don't know how big that square is. That's a square there's a hole punched out in it. I had found the middle of the square, and I also need to find the middle of the circle, so there's middles to everything. Everything gets a little hole punched in it. Then I glue that little circle to the bigger one and cut around it, because this is going to be my hub. It goes on both sides of the square. You have to sort of fuss with it to get it in there, and you can see how part of it is on one side of the square and part of it is on the other. So now I need to cut a circle in the middle of that original card. I use it all just to give my my blade nice little stopping points. So that goes in. I think I forgot to glue down the square in the back, but I can go back and do that. Now I'm cutting out the image that's going to go on there. That's a 5.5-inch circle, but I'm trying to make it a little bit smaller so it'll fit in nicely. I'm taking some white glue, gluing it to the hub. And with the pin again, everything is lined up in a circle. So it'll go around. Looks like I needed to cut off a little bit more of that circular thing. I cut a random hole in the front. I just need to be able to see the middle so that I can cut this 4-inch circle out. I'm doing that same thing with the awl to give my razor blade a nice little stopping point as I turn around and cut this. Okay, now I get my transparency that has a black and white version of the Persian Orosi star printed on it. I've got to line it up as perfectly as I can. There it is. I've got some pieces of tape nearby so I could just tape it on, and then put some double-sided tape on so the card stays closed. I think that I'm finished, but there's one thing that I haven't done. I don't like the way that feels, so I'm put a little